So back to the three types of content in AspDotNetStorefront. These are topics, XML packages, and forms. In the last video, we took a look at topics. Now let's take a look at XML packages. So here I am in the admin console, and I'm going to click on a product. So in the product configuration, you can see that it says display format XML package. And right now it's assigned to an XML package called product.varianceandwritebar.xml.config. Those are XML packages. Now, if I go back out to an entity, and entities are categories, departments, manufacturers, and distributors. Those are all entities. I'm going to go to categories, and I'm going to click on a category. And you'll see that this category is assigned to an XML package, entity.grid.xml.config. And just like products, you can see that there was a number of options for those. Entity XML packages are prefixed with entity dot. Product XML packages are prefixed with product dot. Now, if you watched the first video, the introduction, you would remember that I did mention XML packages when we were taking a look at the app templates directory, where the XML packages in here are specific to the skin and will overwrite an XML package out in the root XML package folder if it has the same name. So here we are in XML packages, and as you can see, there's a lot more than just XML packages prefixed with entity dot and product dot. We have a number of different prefixes on XML packages, as well as some XML packages that are not named with a prefix. They are specific to a feature, like news or minicart or mobilelink.xml.config. You will see some prefixed with notification. Notification XML packages are all XML packages that get sent out in an email, like the receipt or lost password. If somebody requests a new password, that XML package will define what gets sent out to them. There are also XML packages prefixed with page dot, and these XML packages are specific to a page, like page.default or page.news or page.polls. There's the product.ones and a number of others. So let's take a look at XML packages. The simplest example would be a product. So let's go out to the front end and let's look at a product. So here we have a page, and it has an image and a product title and a price and a quantity. Now, if you look up in the URL, if you watched the last video on topics, topics were prefixed with T-. So products are all prefixed with P-. Now, this is the URL rewriter for AspDotNetStorefront, and if you go out to the Solution Explorer and take a visit to the web config file and scroll down a bit, you will see, here we are, a route table with routes. So what this is I did say that there are three types of content in AspDotNetStorefront. There's topics, XML packages, and forms. Well, the thing is that topics pages and XML packages pages are all actually a single page behind the scenes that are being passed a set of information on the query string in order to go get that dynamic information. So we don't have nobody's actually creating a own special page for each product. If you had 4,000 products, that would be a lot of static pages to manage. So there is a single showproduct.aspx page, which is an active server page. But the difference is between this active server page and then the active server pages that I'm going to show you later on for the web forms is that its only purpose is to get the product ID and the SE name from the query string, which you can see right here, and actually go run an XML package based on which XML package is assigned to that product. Same thing for category. There's a show category page. That page's primary purpose is to call that XML package for the category. If you look at the code behinds for these pages, you'll see a few things like some logic to handle adding to the cart. Things that are specific to the type of page. Product and category are both going to have some differences in their code behinds. But like I said, simple ASPX pages, their sole purpose is to write out an XML package. Topics actually have a driver page. So basically there's a handler that goes and gets the topic from the database and outputs it onto the page. And remember, I showed you the format of T-, and I showed you for the format for product with P-, category is C-, section is S-, and so on. Topic with no template is T2-. So let's go back to the XmlPackages directory, and we want to find the product XML package that the product that we have pulled up on the front of the site is using. There's two ways to find that out. There's three. I could look right in the database, the product table, or I could go look in products themselves for Gouda, since that's the name of the product. So this tells me that this product is mapped to product.varianceInWriteBar. Another way to find out is view the page source, and we are going to search the page source for XML package, and there will always be a comment in here that will tell you which XML package a product is using. And in this case, it is product.varianceInWriteBar.xml.config. So let's go to our Solution Explorer and find product.varianceInWriteBar. Here it is. So this is an XML package. An XML package is a neat little bundle of XSLT and a SQL query and XML. So in traditional XSLT, you are writing a style sheet that then can be used to transform an XML document. In most cases, that XML document and that XSLT file are separate, except for possibly an include in another file. In the case of an XML package, the XML that's being transformed is right in this package. Now you don't see it, you're not looking at this and seeing XML, but whatever this query is returning is going to be returned in XML format. So in the same file, you can define what your XML is going to be, and you transform it. So in this case, we are doing a query for products. So our XML is going to have a set of products in it. Since this is a product detail page, there will be a product node for each variant. This product particularly only has one variant. It is not a multivariant product, so there will be only one product returned in our XML. This same XML package can be run against multiple product types. So in our XML package, let's start from top to bottom. At the very top, you will see an XML declaration. That is because this XML package is all valid XML. And if we scroll down, you will see a package declaration. Now, a number of things will happen in this package declaration. Version is something that you won't change. Display name is something that really isn't seen anywhere on the front end of the site, but can be defined here. And then we have a number of other options that we can pass into our XML package declaration, like whether or not we want to have the debug windows show up on the front end of the site so that we can debug this XML package, whether or not we want to include entity helpers. Now, entity helpers is a set of XML node sets that we can ask for that will give us a complete tree of all of the entities in the site. So if you have a category with a subcategory with a subcategory under that, for instance, let's say that we have cheese and a type under that is blue cheese in our category hierarchy, those would all show up as a node set in the XML. Those are very handy for creating navigational structures on the front end of the site. In this case, for products, we are including the entity helper because there are a few things in this XML package that use those information about entities. There is another parameter that can be set up here, and that is allow engine equals true. This can be used for something that's similar to if you watch the video on topics, where you can actually access the page from a page that only renders the XML package outside of the master template. So you won't get the header and the footer and the site navigation. That would be X dash package name, which in this case is variance and right bar. So it'd be x-product.varianceandrightbar.aspx. Another way that you could access that page would be E dash, and E dash would actually render the page with the master template. So very handy feature. Those can be used for lightbox pop-ups. Of course, you'd want to pass some query string parameters or runtime parameters into that XML package. So if we scroll down, this is really where you're going to get into the XSLT of the XML package. So this is where things are being transformed. Everything inside this package transform node is traditional XSLT. So I'm not going to go deep into XSLT in this video. There's a lot of information out there in the world on XSLT, a lot of great training videos, a lot of great sites that you can go out and learn XSLT. I'm gonna go, but I do want to show you how to turn the debug windows on. Now this is not something that you want to do on a live site because it will frighten your users, but this is very handy if you're trying to troubleshoot what's going on with your XML. This first window here is just an output of the actual XML package, which isn't as useful as the second window here. So this second window here in the debug is the XML that's being transformed in the XML package by the XSLT. So this is very helpful to look at. You'll see the entity helpers at the top, and if you scroll down, we will get to the actual, I apologize, it's above the entity helpers. We will get to the actual product node in here. So products, product.